Welcome to Vintage Homey, where we weave timeless charm into every corner of your home. In today's video, we're sharing 12 enchanting steps to transform your space into a cozy French cottage retreat, perfect for vintage lovers embracing the golden hues of fall. From rustic textures to delicate lace accents, these ideas blend nostalgia with seasonal warmth, creating a haven that feels both elegant and inviting. Whether you're sipping cider by the fireplace or hosting intimate gatherings, these decor secrets will elevate your home's ambience. So, grab a cozy blanket, and let's dive into these delightful fall-inspired tips to make your space a vintage dream. Transform your space with rustic wooden accents that evoke the charm of a French countryside cottage. Incorporate weathered wooden crates as side tables or stack them for a makeshift bookshelf, their grainy textures whispering tales of time. Paint them in soft creams or leave them natural for authenticity. Add a cluster of amber glass bottles atop, catching the golden fall light for a warm glow. These pieces feel sturdy yet soft, blending rugged charm with delicate elegance. Place them near a linen-covered armchair to create a cozy reading nook, perfect for crisp autumn evenings. The wood's earthy tones harmonize with fall's palette, grounding your space in rustic serenity while inviting a sense of timeless comfort. Drape your dining table with vintage lace runners to capture the delicate allure of French cottage style. Choose ivory or soft taupe lace with intricate floral patterns, evoking heirloom elegance. The lightweight fabric feels airy yet substantial, softening the table's surface while adding a touch of romance. Pair with mismatched china plates in muted pastels for a curated, vintage look. Scatter dried lavender sprigs along the runner to infuse a subtle, calming scent that enhances fall's cozy vibe. The lace catches the candlelight beautifully, creating a warm, intimate glow during evening gatherings. This simple addition transforms your dining area into a charming focal point, blending sophistication with the nostalgic comfort of a countryside retreat. Celebrate fall with charming pumpkin and gourd displays that scream French cottage chic. Opt for heirloom varieties in muted whites, sage greens, and dusty oranges, arranging them in wicker baskets or vintage wooden crates. Their organic shapes and soft hues feel rustic yet refined, perfectly complementing the cottage aesthetic. Nestle them on a mantel or as a dining table centerpiece, accented with sprigs of eucalyptus for a fresh, earthy touch. The display exudes warmth and abundance, inviting guests to linger. The tactile contrast of smooth gourds against rough wicker creates a cozy, lived-in feel, while the muted tones echo fall's serene beauty, making your space feel like a countryside harvest haven. Illuminate your home with antique brass candlesticks, a staple of French cottage elegance. Source vintage pieces from flea markets, their tarnished patina adding character and warmth. Cluster them in varying heights on a sideboard or dining table, paired with ivory taper candles for a soft, flickering glow. The brass reflects fall's golden light, creating a cozy, inviting ambience. Their ornate details feel luxurious yet understated, blending seamlessly with vintage decor. Surround with dried autumn leaves or small pine cones for a seasonal touch. This setup feels timeless, evoking intimate evenings in a French countryside home, where every flicker tells a story of warmth and nostalgia. Wrap your furniture in plaid and tartan throws to infuse cozy, French-inspired warmth. Choose soft wool or cotton blends in muted fall tones like burnt orange, forest green, or deep burgundy. Drape them over armchairs or sofas, letting them spill casually for a relaxed, lived-in look. The rich patterns feel hearty and comforting, perfect for snuggling up on chilly fall evenings. Pair with linen cushions in neutral tones to balance the boldness. The throw's soft texture invites touch, while their classic patterns evoke rustic French charm. This simple addition transforms your living space into a cozy retreat, blending vintage elegance with seasonal comfort. Craft dried floral arrangements to bring timeless French cottage beauty indoors. Use lavender, baby's breath, and weed stalks, bundled in soft twine or displayed in vintage mason jars. Their delicate, faded hues of purple, white, and gold echo fall's subtle palette, creating a soft, romantic vibe. Place them on a windowsill or side table, where their fragile textures catch the light, casting gentle shadows. The arrangements feel airy yet grounded, blending rustic charm with elegance. Their faint, earthy scent adds a sensory layer, making your space feel like a countryside retreat. These displays are low maintenance, offering lasting beauty that enhances the cozy, vintage aesthetic. Add wrought iron wall accents to elevate your French cottage decor with timeless sophistication. Choose vintage-inspired pieces like ornate mirror frames or decorative scrolls in matte black or aged bronze. Their intricate designs feel both sturdy and delicate, adding depth to your walls without overwhelming the space. Hang them above a console table or fireplace, paired with soft linen curtains to balance the texture. The dark metal contrasts beautifully with fall's warm tones, creating a cozy yet elegant focal point. These accents evoke the charm of a French countryside manor, blending rustic durability with vintage grace, making your home feel both inviting and refined. Create charming vignettes with vintage suitcases, a nod to French cottage nostalgia. Stack a few weathered leather or canvas suitcases in a corner, their faded colors and worn textures telling stories of travel and time. Top with a lace doily, a small brass lamp, or a cluster of dried roses for a soft, romantic touch. The suitcases feel sturdy yet sentimental, blending practicality with vintage charm. Use them as a side table or storage for cozy throws, adding functionality to their aesthetic appeal. This setup evokes the warmth of a countryside retreat, making your space feel like a haven for vintage lovers craving fall coziness. Swap heavy drapes for soft linen curtains to capture French cottage elegance. Choose natural or muted tones like ivory, sage, or taupe, allowing light to filter through gently. The lightweight fabric feels airy and soft, swaying subtly in the autumn breeze, creating a serene, inviting atmosphere. Opt for simple tiebacks or let them hang loosely for a relaxed look. Their neutral tones complement fall's warm palette, blending seamlessly with rustic decor. These curtains frame windows beautifully, softening the room's edges while adding a touch of vintage sophistication. They transform your space into a cozy, light-filled haven, perfect for crisp fall days. Showcase ceramic pitchers for a quintessential French cottage touch. Source vintage or reproduction pieces in creamy whites or soft blues, their smooth curves exuding rustic charm. Arrange them on a kitchen counter or dining table, filled with fresh or dried autumn foliage like maple branches or eucalyptus. Their glossy or matte finishes catch the light, adding warmth and elegance to your space. The pictures feel both practical and decorative, blending functionality with vintage appeal. Pair with woven placemats or lace runners for a cohesive look. This display creates a cozy, inviting focal point, evoking the simplicity and beauty of a French countryside kitchen in fall. Incorporate handwoven baskets to add texture and warmth to your French cottage decor. Choose baskets in natural materials like wicker or wrought tan, their earthy tones and tactile weaves evoking rustic charm. Use them to store cozy throws, firewood, or even as planters for small pumpkins or gourds. Place them by a fireplace or in a cozy corner, where their organic shapes contrast beautifully with soft linens or lace. The baskets feel sturdy yet inviting, blending practicality with vintage aesthetics. Their natural hues complement fall's palette, creating a cozy, lived-in atmosphere that feels like a countryside retreat, perfect for vintage lovers. Curate vintage book stacks to add intellectual charm to your French cottage decor. Source old hardcovers with faded covers in muted greens, blues, or burgundies, their worn pages adding a sense of history. Stack them on a coffee table or shelf, tied with twine or topped with a small brass trinket for a curated look. The book's textures feel rich and tactile, inviting touch while grounding the space in nostalgia. Pair with a cozy throw or a ceramic vase for balance. This simple addition creates a warm, inviting focal point, evoking the charm of a French countryside library, perfect for cozy fall evenings.